Eva Goren will be starting us off tonight with the first Tiny Talk. She is a freshman studying biopsychology, cognition, and neuroscience. She's a Chicago native and plans to pursue emergency medicine after graduation. Let's welcome up Eva.
Thank you very much. All right. I babysit a 7-year-old kid every once in a while. All he can ever think about is dinosaurs. It's very cute, and when we play, it's always Jurassic Park. He has all of the toys, and when his friends come over, they dig for dinosaur bones in the backyard. They never think twice about the mac and cheese I feed them or the carrots they get for snacks. My name is Eva. I like dogs and roller coasters and all things red. I go to school here and I grew up in Chicago. I am a nationally ranked fencer and I am a freshman studying BCN. I am pre-med and I currently work as an EMT, but this doesn't have anything to do with any of that. When I was a kid, college wasn't in the question, let alone any of the other parts of my identity I just described. I lived in a traditional middle to lower class family in Chicago, and unlike the kid I babysit, I couldn't have cared less about dinosaurs. I didn't play make-believe and I didn't run around the yard that much. In truth, I was at friends' houses just to eat. Like 17% of children in America, my house was food insecure. I bet that's not what you think of when you look at me when I was a kid. It's me and my brother. I was a cute kid whose parents wouldn't have qualified for food stamps or free lunch because my father had a job and my mother would work when she could find it. When I say food insecure, there's a very specific term. I mean, it's at least when it's applied to the middle class. It's called a food desert. All that means is that we didn't live within 1 mile of a place where we could get fresh, affordable food. So when my mom didn't have a job and my father was too tired to work on weekends, my brother and I would walk to the nearest grocery store, or in our case, Walgreens, and pick up a dinner. Dinner was frozen lasagna and a bag of chips for 4 people. It was nights like these that it was hard to sleep because the ache in my stomach that the $3 bag of chips just couldn't fill. So when I went to school the next day after my breakfast of a single egg and an empty lunch sack in my backpack, I was tired and hungry and generally not in the best mood. When it came time for math, I sat in the back and tried my best to sleep. My reading classes were filled with my friends just slipping me whatever food or snacks they could find. And science was just when my favorite teacher gave me a granola bar because if she didn't, I would sneak behind her desk where she kept them and eat 5. This went on for years. I cycled food and then less and then none and then back again. In a report by Hunger Free America, it was estimated that from 2009 to 2012, the recession, only 2.7% of Americans were poor, like you probably think of when I say poor, for all 4 years. But 1/3 experienced poverty for at least 2 months during this time. It has only gotten more severe during COVID, with parents getting laid off and public services stretched thin. During the pandemic, there's an estimation, or it is estimated that 1 in 4 kids face food insecurity at some point during this time. This isn't just a food problem either. It was times where my mother had a job and my father worked full time. We were happy and my brother and I did very well in school. But in years when my mother had no job and my father didn't get his bonus slip, that my brother and I failed and slipped behind in our classes. It got so bad I had to repeat the 4th grade because I never learned how to read. This isn't special though. In a report by Children's Health Watch, food insecurity damages children's health and brain development. Not surprising. By kindergarten, food insecure children are often cognitively, emotionally, and physically behind their food secure peers. I'm lucky. My father got promoted and my mother got a stable job and I was able to catch up, but not without help. And it's not over yet. I'm still catching up, learning about new vegetables every so often. And I have to be reminded that I can stop eating if I am full because there will be more food later. I still have a box of food under my bed, and I still get scared that that once familiar ache in my stomach will come back and not leave. Many kids are not this likely. No one helps them catch up, and their parents don't get promoted. They don't go to college, and they stay food insecure, sometimes even dropping below the poverty line. We are stuck. Right now, we are not feeding every kid in America, and not everyone ends up like me. Thank you.